thought they did really, really well. You know, they worked very, very hard. And from the day before when they were rehearsing to where it finally came together, I thought each one of them really worked very, very well. Very, you know, I liked their performances. Each one obviously is different. So, you know, there were some that, you know, I thought really improved very much, you know. I think Janice and I worked on performance skills. So working on the song, interpreting the song, going inside with the lyric in terms of what they're saying and how they move on the stage, how to hold themselves, working on also vocal technique in terms of how, you know, to approach the singing and stuff like that. So I think that that really helped them a lot. You know, I think that there were aspects of that they hadn't really worked on before. A lot of different aspects, because you have to have the talent, but I think you have to have a sensibility about who you are and your persona, what you're presenting. Today, it's much different than it used to be years ago, because it's about, a lot of it is about marketing. To become a superstar takes a lot of work and a lot of people behind someone to make that happen. But it's like the artist, though, is the engine of the train. And you have to have that to start in order to build around. But visually, you know, musically, choice of how you make a record, visually making, you know, how you visually present yourself to the world also. It's all part of the package. China is unique, you know. I mean, it's different than other countries. And I think that if it's chosen well, if it's packaged right, so that you take the artist and you have a combination of the Western influence in terms of pop music, but also with the Chinese influence, then you take that and it becomes a representation of the country in terms of, you know, and I don't think that that's really happened yet. I don't think it's really reached out from China that way. So, potential.
Okay.
Yes.
In which aspect?
Well, in the voting. It was interesting that there were some contestants where we just voted differently. You know, they you know, would vote, maybe give them less credit, and we gave them a little bit more credit, because I think that we were looking at different aspects.
For example, could you just describe?
I can give an example. There was one artist that I really like. His name is Fighter. Okay.
You mean he put the kung fu
Yes.
in his performance?
Yes. And, you know, he's not one of the strongest singers. But I remember when I first saw his video, my comment to him was, so far, you're the best performance that I've seen. Because his energy and his movement was so good. And I think that perhaps because he also incorporates Kung Fu, that maybe they gave him less votes. They didn't take him as seriously, where for me and for the American judges, we went, wow, that's really amazing that he can do that. Well, this is really unique. I mean, RockTheWeb is very different.
Does this kind of form happen in America?
No.
There didn't, no.
No. The singing competitions in America are on TV, and people call in on the phone, and that's how they vote. But this is very unique, and I think that Rock the Web is actually very forward-thinking, because this is, I think, where presently where we are and where the future is going in terms of the internet, and in terms of communication that way. So I think that it's really unique that Rock the Web exists, and that they chose to do it online that way, and also that we have the American judges and the Chinese judges, because that doesn't exist anywhere else, you know. And I think it's really a wonderful unification of our countries in a way, to be able to do that, you know.
Maybe it will inspire other competitions,
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah, because that's the way it should be. I mean, music and art is it's the universal language. You know, when you get away from everything else and you get down to creativity and the creative expression, it's universal. You know.